But look at how long it's taken so far for Crawford and Earl Spence.
Oh, man. Ugh. Oh, my goodness. So, I don't know. It looks like Team Cruz docked Ryan Garcia. That's right. There was an interview. There's an interview, and I'm going to show you guys portions of it from KO Artist Sports. Great interview with the manager of Cruz. Before I show you the little clip I put together, I want you to ask yourself two things, okay? One, is Team Cruz ducking Ryan Garcia? Okay? And two, if you don't believe so, would you believe there's a duck if it was Ryan Garcia's team that was saying the same thing? Listen.
Timing of everything is a big thing. There's things going on. Boxing, it's a little more difficult than a ratings organization just out of the blue mandating something. Ryan had a date scheduled July 16th. We're in August. The WBC didn't realize both guys were scheduled. But, there's possibilities of Isak doing a rematch with Gervonta Davis next. There's possibilities of Rolly beats him. Business doesn't work like that. So when the times are right, these fights happen. Look at how long it's taken so far for Crawford and Earl Spence. There's organizations, there's TVs, there's a lot more to this than it was in the old days. When the time is right, I believe that fight will come together.
Tank Davis, he could lose to Rolly. You never know. Cruz, he could have this rematch with Gervonta Tank Davis. It's not like the old days. There's network deals and there's all those things. Not like the old days. Hell, you guys see how long it's taken Terrence Bud Crawford and Errol Spence.
Look, you're picking a scab. And I want to know in the comments, do you think that's a duck? And the second question, if not, if Ryan Garcia or Team Ryan Garcia said the same thing about Cruz, would you call it a duck then? Like I said, perception. Perception becomes reality. Now, are you guys ready for me to keep it real? I'm going to keep it real.
I'm keeping it real. Like they keep it real. That's real.
The real is this. Promoters, managers, networks, fighters, trainers, nutritionists, they all have their different incentives. And when you look at the whole, you saw what happened with Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. We have network deals and all those things. Something can happen, Brody could beat Tank, or we can have Tank versus Cruz. What it is we want to keep it in-house. We want to keep it in-house, right? And that's killing us. That's killing us fans. We want to build a fighter, manufacture a fighter into a star, and have him fight another fighter we manufactured into a star that we own, right? That's really what it is. You want to keep it real? That's really what it is. Okay, I have nothing against the PBC or Top Rank or Matchroom, any of them, Golden Boy, any sanctioning body. Actually, I'm very close to a lot of them. But that's the fact of the matter, and it's hurting boxing fans. It is. That's why I said that is precisely why Canelo Alvarez got his ass whipped last week. That is why Canelo Alvarez got his ass whipped against Bivol. He took control. He said, I'm going to take Golden Boy to court, or however he did it, got off that contract. I'm going to sign a little contract here with PBC, a little contract there with Matchroom. I'm going to control my destiny. That's why he started taking it back to the old days. What did my man say? It's not like the old days. It's not like the old days. They got network deals, the bold shoulders. It's not like the... Canelo Alvarez took it back. Fighting 4 times in 1 year and all those things. Trying to fight 7 times in 2 years. Because that's what fighters want to do. Canelo Alvarez took control of his own destiny. Devin the Dream Haney, same thing. Now he's fighting for undisputed. He couldn't buy undisputed until he said, let me take control of my own destiny. Then you look at those who are not, and you look at their career. You look at Boo Andrade, Tank Davis, Jamal Charlo. You look at where their career is going. And if they don't have that adversary that's in-house, then their career is not going in the direction they want to go, which is greatness. It is what it is. And the fact of the matter is, if a fighter take control of their own legacy and their own career, they're going to get their asses whipped. That's why we have to do what we can control as fans. I'm going to say it again. Stop trolling the losers. Stop bringing the market value down as soon as a fighter loses a fight. Because you are crippling yourself as a boxing fan. We're crippling ourselves. We're bringing down the market value of a fighter as soon as he loses. So it sends that message to the promoters, to the networks. Oh, we got to have these fighters not take a loss so we can get our hands greasy, so we can get paid. I'm not saying they're wrong. It makes sense because the customer is king. They're listening to the customer. Oh, when someone loses, customer, you troll them. Their market value goes down. You're all over their social media. They suck all of a sudden. Fans, we got to do what we can control. Back when I was younger, Arturo Gatti, one of my favorite fighters of all time. And I remember Arturo Gatti was a big time fighter. He got to the bag often. Was he undefeated? Hell no. That guy took many losses, humping the canvas, everything. But what we knew was when we saw him fight, it was going to be a great show. That was the bottom line for us. When he talked about the old days, yeah, Sugar Ray Robinson, losses. Ezra Charles, Willie Pep, Sandy Sadler, Archie Moore, all those boys. Losses, right? Ezra Charles. That's because the incentive was different. Like you said, it's not like the old days. Exactly, precisely. And that's why they're so great, though. Because they fought them all, they took losses, and that's why it was very easy for me to predict that Canelo Alvarez was going to lose soon. Because I remember Evander Holyfield. I know. When you are fighting all the time and you always taking on those challenges, you're going to get your ass whipped. You can't perform top notch every time. It raises your probability of having an off night and someone having a great night and all the stars align and you get your ass whipped. The thing is, what are we going to do when that happens? Do you say, good job, dust yourself off, that was great, get back in there, I want to see you in there again. It's so fun to see you in there, win, lose, or draw. Then that's when you give them the encouragement, the incentive to keep fighting often so we can watch great fights. So is Team Eastside Cruz ducking Ryan Garcia? No. They're ducking going broke.